great to see you again. We've seen you a number of times before and always love your films.
Thank you.
Particularly films that don't tell you who to root for.
Yeah.
How much fun is it, firstly, to make a film like that, but also with such a fantastic cast?
Both aspects, obviously, of this particular project demanded leaning into those questions and that moral gray area that the film circulates and never really lets you resolve in your mind as you watch it. But it takes actors like this to know how to make these long, extended single-shot scenes come alive so that audiences don't even realize that they've been in the same shot for that many minutes because you're riveted by what the actors are doing.
And when it comes to the cinematography of that, how do you go about that? Because that's it can be quite a difficult thing to pull off.
It took thinking and planning and having a kind of a conceptual framework that had to be decided on quickly, that had to make sense for what the story was that we were telling, and which also fit into the schedule that we were shooting the film in, which was very tight and challenging. But I'd never worked with Christopher Blavel, the DP, before this film, someone whose work I've long admired. And so we had this wonderful relationship and talking this out and getting to know each other through the course of making the film. It was very special.
And with the actors, do you give them much direction, or you just try and create an environment where they can just do it themselves?
It's obviously a bit of both, but what they bring, a lot of the work happens before we're shooting, in discussion, in the preparation and the planning. Although we didn't have rehearsal time, we were talking about it on the phone, and we were talking about it before we got to Savannah. And making decisions about hair and makeup and clothes that all inform the specificity of the performances. So a lot of that groundwork is done. And then when you're on set, you're fine-tuning, basically.
And do you have any favorite moments where you kind of realize that you weren't just making a film, you were kind of making magic? You have those moments sometimes?
The magic that we felt, that I really did feel during the making of May December, was in the creative collaborations with actors and crew. We all were in the same experience. And so everybody felt like part of it, right? We were all speaking the same creative language. I was opening up my ideas to everybody involved because we had so little time. And so that made it feel it was a joyful filmmaking experience that sort of stands out among many in my career.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you